Hello again. And did you realize it's a great day to have a great day? In fact, there's never a time where it's not a great day to have a great day. So let's just start with that. And let's talk today about going down swinging. So in the game of baseball, you've got 3 strikes and you've got 3 outs per half inning, 6 outs for an inning. But the whole thing is the game of baseball is a game to win. People that bring their bat up to the plate, they are there to score. The whole objective of the game of baseball is at the end of 9 innings, whoever has the most runs wins the game. And so as an individual player, as an individual batter on the offensive side, every time you grab a bat and walk up to home plate, the objective is to score or to help your team score. Do your part to help your team score. Get on base so that the people coming behind you can also get on base so that someone will eventually hit a home run and score all of you. That's the objective, or a base hit or whatever. The whole thing is to score runs. It's an offensive game, and the one with the most runs wins. That's the game of baseball. So in that game, if you are the batter and the game is on the line, you don't ever want to go down on called strikes. In other words, you don't want to be up there and watch the 3rd strike go past without swinging at it and have the referee call 3rd strike and you're out. Because like growing up playing baseball, anytime anyone on the team found themselves in that situation where you got caught looking, you didn't swing, and the 3rd strike called, you're running laps for sure. If it was a game, next time at practice, you're running extra laps because you don't ever, that's the worst thing you can do in the game of baseball is to get caught looking or to go down on called strikes. You gotta swing, because if the whole objective is to score, and you're up there and you didn't even swing, you have to swing the bat to make contact with the ball, to get the ball in play, to get you on base, to eventually come back around and score. If you're not trying to score, you went down looking, you let your teammates down. You let yourself down. And you let the whole team down, and coach is going to make you run laps for that. So we're talking about baseball, the game of baseball. But how do we apply that strategy to the game of life? Because you don't win in the game of life. Or how do you bring that analogy, that baseball analogy, into a marriage or a relationship? Because you don't win in marriage either. You don't win in a relationship. How do you bring it into business? You don't win in business. And let me explain what I mean by that. You might say, well, of course you win in business. Well, maybe it's a day-to-day thing and you have a victory for the day, but there's no winning in business. There's no winning in relationships. There's no winning in marriage. There's no winning in life. And let me set the proper context. So in his book called The Infinite Game, Simon Sinek talks about this, and he has the difference between an infinite game and a finite game, which baseball is a finite game. Let me explain. So in his book, he said finite games are played by known players. In baseball, there's 9 players per side. They have fixed rules, and there is an agreed upon objective that when reached ends the game. So like I said previously, at the end of 9 innings, whoever has the most runs wins the game. That's the strategy, that's the time constraint, that's the objective, that's the agreed upon outcome, that whoever has the most the most runs at the end of 9 full innings, that's declared the winner. And both the winning team and the losing team have accepted that, because that's the game of baseball. And those are the rules. It's a finite game. And it says, so baseball, for example, is a finite game. The players all wear uniforms and are easily identifiable. There is a set of rules, and referees are there to enforce those rules. So infinite games, by contrast, are played by known and unknown players. There's no exact or agreed upon rules, though there may be conventions or laws that govern how the players conduct themselves. Within those broad boundaries, the players can operate however they want. And if they choose to break with convention, they can. The manner in which each player chooses to play is entirely up to them. This is the infinite game. and they can change how they play the game at any time for any reason. Infinite games have infinite time horizons, and because there is no finish line, again, there's no finish line in infinite games, there's no winner in infinite games, no practical end of the game, there is no such thing as winning an infinite game. In an infinite game, the primary objective is to keep playing the game, to perpetuate the game. So in a marriage, in a relationship, the goal is not to win, it's to be happy ongoing. In business, it's not to win, it's to provide a great service, a great product to the benefit of other people, in which you get continuously paid over and over and over again. There's no end game. There's perhaps an end game if you want to sell your company or something, but there's no winning. It's not over, right? It's an ongoing thing. The whole purpose of an infinite game is to continue playing the game. So in the game of life, when opportunities come your way to show your best, or to get a promotion in your job, or to help people advance in a career as a boss, as a manager, as a leader, whatever it is, if you're leading people in that way, the whole goal is to continue leading people, to develop other leaders who perpetuate the game, that they are leading other people too, and the collective efforts blesses more people. So there's no end game on an infinite game. So in the game of life, which is an infinite game, there's no agreed upon rules. They're changing, however. There's no fixed amount of time that you are playing other than your expiration date, but you can carry that on. You can pass the torch before you die, because leaders perpetuate other leaders. So the whole goal here is when it's your turn to step up to the plate and do your part in a relationship, in the game of life, in business, don't ever get caught looking. Don't ever get called out on strikes. Go down swinging, because at least you're trying to advance the company's objectives. You're trying to better your marriage. You're trying to deepen that relationship. You're trying to influence people in a greater way. Show them that you're swinging, because even if you miss and you get called out and you third strike and you're heading back to the dugout, at least you gave it your best shot. You swung for the fence, whether you hit it out of the park or not. And it's interesting about the game of baseball on the professional level. Some of the people that have the most home runs and set the most home run records also have the most strikeouts, because they're swinging for the fence every time. Sometimes they connect and it goes over the fence and their team wins. And sometimes they miss it, or they whiff, as it's called, and their team loses. But at least they went down swinging. If you remember a couple episodes ago, I talked about Michael Jordan's book. The whole title of his book it was talking about you must fail to win. Failing is a part of winning. Failing makes winning sweet. The title of Michael Jordan's book is called I Can't Accept Not Trying. Meaning, I can't accept getting called out on strikes. I can't accept watching the third strike go by. I'm going to swing for the fences. I'm going to go down swinging. That's the whole objective. He took the shot and missed. But if he's got the ball in his hands and the clock, and he's got 3 seconds left and he doesn't shoot, the team's going to lose no matter what. But if he shoots the ball and it misses, at least he tried. He was given the opportunity to take the last shot and he missed over and over and over and over again. But that's why he wins, because he's always swinging for the fence, or always shooting to win. In life, do the same thing. When it's your time to shine and it's your time to show what you got in this infinite game of life, and in business and in relationships and in leadership, swing for the fence, my friend. Go down swinging. Do not ever go down looking. You got this. Have a great day. Take care, and God bless.